Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming to Blogging 101 with Monica Drake. She's a community engagement editor for the Oakland Press. And you're at the Community Media Lab in Ypsilanti, and here we provide free instruction. We work with you one-on-one between 9 and 4, Monday through Friday, here at Spark East. We have blogging stations set up. We can help you with any interest that you have regarding media, such as setting up photo slideshows, editing video, setting up a blog, setting up a social media account, and a number of other things that might interest you. So check us out. And we're on Facebook, and we also have a Twitter account, so you can, look into what we offer. So, welcome on.
How do you make it bigger? I know how to do the one at our work, but it's saying my connection's timed out. I know.
I'm not even sure. All right, come on in. No problem.
Buttons to have it see. I've never had that happen with ours. There's like
Brought some help.
okay, cool. That's my screen, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got your email.
Would you like extension something for this?
So, okay.
So that you can,
Small.
yeah, we can move the table up this way and
Okay.
getting it larger is tough.
Do you want me to do the extension cord for you?
Yeah, there should be one over here.
Yeah.
It's not recording yet, is it?
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's live. I had to start it at 1.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Can I go to your laptop real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Larger screen.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Alright.
Can everybody see that? Is it good? Okay, now I can start. Sorry about that. Okay, so this workshop is how to start a blog. And the handouts I gave everybody has a list of all the editors that you would email your information about your blog to. So when you want to start a blog, can everybody go around and say your names and why you decided to come here today?
I'll start.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Erica. I'm one of these people on this list, so it's fine.
I'm Conrad Walsinger from Belleville, and I occasionally submit stories to local papers.
Which papers do you submit to?
The Independent, the View, the Lake Current, and the Heritage papers.
Okay.
Tino Lambros, longtime Ypsilanti resident, and I submitted a lot of articles to the Courier, previous owner as well as this one, so just want to find out more about blogging. I've talked to some people at the Sling office about blogging too.
So have you guys started one yet? So you wanna go?
I have an address, but I don't.
We can
That's
get
about
together, and we'll get you started, yeah.
My name is Tammy, and it's just something that I'm very interested in finding out about.
Okay.
I'm Ben Baird, farm reporter for Heritage Media West, and I'm here because I am interested about blogging, but also because it's my normal time in the community media lab we have here.
Okay.
And I'm Marion Dupuy, and I do freelance work for the Heritage Papers, and I started a blog and haven't gone too far with it, and
What's yours about?
it's about
Exposing injustice.
exposing injustices in a variety of things, mostly in societal types of injustice against people who are mentally ill and abused and what have you.
Yeah, and
And I'm Michelle Rogers, managing editor of Heritage Media West, and I have a couple blogs out there. The Idea Lab blog, which has to do with my work within the corporation. I'm part of this Idea Lab where we experiment with technology. And then I also I'm part of the Community Media Lab blog where we all post our activities in the Community Media Lab. And the Community Media Lab is actually my Idea Lab project. So I launched this in the spring to sort of bring the outside in the newsroom. So we want more community contributions, including bloggers.
yeah, that's good. Okay, so here are some of the benefits to becoming a blogger with the Michigan Journal Register newspaper. So when your blog is linked to one of the newspapers, there's a blog tab under each of the websites that is owned by Journal Register. And so it says blog, and then all of the blogs for community members comes up there. And so each newspaper website has about 3 million views each month. So that can help drive traffic to your blog as well by linking it to one of the newspaper websites. And so most of the Journal Register newspaper websites does Heritage have the widget on the side that constantly updates?
The headlines, yes, for
Yeah.
our life section. So it's nothing controversial, it's more feature-oriented
Okay.
pieces.
Because I know, like with the Open Press widget is on the side of the openpress.com, and it updates with blog entries too by community members. So it'll show up on the front page of our website too. I don't know if yours
We
has
don't
it.
have that.
Okay, well it has it on the openpress.com.
Okay.
And it also helps with credibility if you say that your blog is linked to the Heritage website. It makes it look more legit than if you just started on your own. And it also makes it recognizable in search engines because it is linked to an official website. And it is the first place that we look for freelancers, for someone who has a blog first. Then we can check out their writing style. And there are actually bloggers who made their own newspaper website out of their blog, and they sell their own advertisement and put it on the side of their blog, and go to the community, businesses in the community, and ask them if they want to advertise on their blog, and they actually get money for having a blog. So it's pretty cool. I have more examples about that too. People who have sold advertising on their own blogs. Okay, there are 2 requirements for having a blog linked to one of the Journal Register newspapers. For the Open Press and Heritage newspapers, freelancers, you must put our widget somewhere on your blog, and I also put directions to that on that sheet I handed out to everybody. And you also must write 3 entries a week. Is that the same for Heritage, 3 entries?
We encourage at least one.
Okay, at least
Yeah.
one, okay. Yeah, so between 1 and 3.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and Wordpress doesn't really, like, they encourage 3 a week,
Yeah.
but.
And then we do audit, so after a few months we'll audit, and if there's been no activity, then that gets taken down.
Okay, so write at least 1 entry a week. That's what I usually do for my blog. I write 1 entry a week because it's hard to do more than that. And it doesn't have to be long. You could just post like a YouTube video or a quote or something if you don't have that much to write about that week, or even just a question to the community that you would like them to answer that could get more comments onto your blog if you ask a question. And that's because if you don't have a weekly presence on your blog, then people won't come back to it. And here's all the people to contact if you want to start your blog. That's on the sheet I gave everybody. And so when you send an email to the online editor that I listed on that sheet, you send a square photo of yourself, and that picture will be on the website. Put your name, phone number, and email address. Phone number and email address is so we just know how to contact you. We're not gonna put it up on the website or anything. The title of your blog, link to your blog, and a two-sentence description of your blog. Okay, here's more information about getting ads. You can sign up for google.com/AdSense, and that will automatically put ads on the side of your blog. And with that, it was 15 to 50 cents per click that someone does when they're on your website, when they click on that ad. But you can't, if you click on your own, it'll block you, so don't click on your own to try to get money.
How complicated is it to do that?
You just sign up on Google. How do I go back? You just sign up on the google.com/AdSense, and it'll just, once you sign up, it'll just put the ads on the side of your column for you, so you don't have to do anything. Usually it'll be based off of what your blog topic is, so like based on what you write about, it'll do stuff like that. Like Charlie Crum is the Oakland Press political reporter, and he does it, and he gets like these political ads all the time, or buy political books or stuff like that. It'll automatically put those ads on there.
How much do people generally make? Yeah, it depends on page views, I imagine.
Yeah, it depends on page views. He says he only gets $10 a year, so.
So you need
It's
to
a
build
start.
Yes, yes.
And I think the point is you need to build an audience, and the newspaper or website can help you build an audience, because we have one built in already. How many page views do we get a month at heritage.com? 500,000? Yeah. And then we help by pushing on our social media account. So sometimes we'll suggest people check out your blog if you're one of our community bloggers, and we provide the link.
Do you put blogs in your print paper?
We do repurpose with permission, yeah.
Okay, so if you start a blog, you can be featured in the actual print paper too. I know for the Oakland Press, we have a blog roll that's once a week, and we feature about 10 excerpts from people's blogs that we print in the paper. What do you guys do?
In terms of what? I'm sorry.
Featuring blogs in the paper, like in the editorial section?
Yeah, often it's on the editorial page, because it is opinions.
Yeah, we do that too. Every once in a while, we'll put someone's blog post on the opinion page.
And do you get paid for those, or those not?
No,
If
ours?
you go from blog to the press,
No, we're not paying for that. And that's why we seek out your permission first. So we wouldn't just, oh, you're one of our bloggers, we're gonna take one of your pieces. We would ask
but
first.
it could increase your audience.
Sure.
Yeah, whenever they would publish one of my articles, I got probably 100 more views than I would without it being published, so it helps.
Yeah.
And then there's also, you can sell ads yourself, and then usually businesses will have their own ad, and you can just put it onto the side column of your blog, and then they'll pay you directly.
How do you even do that?
Just if you just call a business and
Mhm.
ask them, well, first you'd have to see, on blogger.com, you can see your statistics of how many views you get. So that'll probably be a question the business will ask you, how many views you get to your blog before, they see if they want, to advertise with you. We have the Holly Express with the Open Press is one of our blogs, and she sells, her own ads, and that's her living. She just has that website, and that's her living is to write the blog, and through ads she can do that. She has about 2 million views every month for just her blog.
How do she then, they will give her a PDF and then she uploads it, or how does it work exactly?
Or it's the HTML.
I have no idea.
I can show that when
Okay.
because it's like the widget on the side, because you know how on Blogger you can put widgets on the side.
Mhm.
There's a widget where it just says post your HTML code, and when you put that in, it'll come up on the side. And I would think most businesses would just do that for you.
Just provide the HTML
Yeah.
code. Okay.
So topics for blogs are endless. Just something that you are an expert in. My blog is about suicide awareness, because that's what I've written a lot of articles in, and through seeing how many people in the community had lost their life to suicide in the high schools, there was a lot within our community, so that's what I started, was a suicide awareness blog. And some of the blog topics that are featured are weather, news commentary. There's a lot of parenting tip blogs. Cancer, giving up buying clothes for 1 year is one woman's blog. Dog blog, cat chat, camping, do-it-yourself, baby names, junk food rehab, and sleep apnea. Those are just some of the blogs that we have. And this is the Holly Express. Oh, it's 1.7 million hits in the month of October she had for her blog. And she also freelances for the Open Press, and so she'll contact us and say when something in Holly Township is going on. She'll contact us and let us know, and we'll let her know if we want to feature it in the paper or not. And so then she'll write up her article, put it on her blog, and then we will pay her for that. I don't know if you guys do stuff like that too.
We don't have any partnerships currently like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're open to it though.
You're open to it? Okay. So we have a couple partnerships with blogs that cover a specific community. They pick one community and cover anything.
So it's
in
more
that
news oriented rather than opinion, right?
Yeah. So if you want your article to be featured in the paper and actually get paid for it, it can't be opinion.
Right.
So
And a deal has to be negotiated ahead of time.
Yeah. So you can talk with her if you are interested in something like that. But that's different than blogging, where you can put your opinions in there. Opinion articles you don't get paid for, but if you do news articles, you would. And that's what she does. And in her byline, we'll put her name's Amy Mayhew. We'll put Amy Mayhew, thehollyexpress.com, so she gets her website printed in the paper underneath her byline. And she says that she has partnerships with 15 local businesses that advertise with her. I can show you what her website looks like. That's the one it is. Is your internet moving slow or is it just me? Sorry. Great. You can tell it's loading. It says local newspaper.
Well, you can go back to it. if you
Okay.
want.
And then Rochester Media with the Open Press, they're also one of the blogs that we're partners with that will occasionally print their articles. We let them know first and then we pay for those ones. So mainly that's for people who focus on a specific community. So if you would pick a city that's in the local community and just cover them. That's mainly what the newspapers are interested in partnering with to actually pay. Here's some tips of basic writing and reporting for articles that you do get paid for. These ones are not opinion. So if you're not looking to get paid for it and you just want to blog and have it featured on one of the newspaper websites, then you can write whatever you want. You can write opinion or anything. These are just articles. If you're looking to have it published and you want to contact an editor and see if you can get it published, you would write like this. An editor has to agree to publish the article first. You can't just write it and say, hey, I was expecting you to publish this. And I've made sure to put in there that if an opinion article that's published in the opinion section doesn't count. So the differences between a blog post and an article for print is a blog post can be opinionated and an article cannot. An article must have every side of the story. You can't just focus on one side or people will get mad at you. Do not use the words I or you in an article. You can use it in a blog post you aren't submitting as an article. For news articles, this is the inverted pyramid. So you put the most newsworthy info on the top, the who, what, when, where, and why. And then you put the other important details and quotes from your sources in the bottom. And then other general info, background info, contact information. If you're writing about a nonprofit or an event, that would be at the end. And then you want to draw people in with your first sentence so they want to read the rest of your story. So you put the main things that happened, like if someone was murdered, you put that in the first sentence, the day, the time, that kind of stuff, those kind of stories, which you guys probably won't be writing, but. And then only include the time and date in the first sentence if you're writing about an upcoming event or the event happened the day before. Okay, there's two different platforms that you can use to create your blog, blogger.com and wordpress.com. I'm going to go over how to do Blogger, but you can call me whenever you want to help with the WordPress, because WordPress is a lot more complicated than Blogger, but it looks more like an actual website. WordPress does, because you can create a home page and you can create different tabs to go to. Blogger is mainly for a basic blog, and you don't have to do any HTML or stuff like that. Blogger also has widgets you can put on the side that updates itself, and it supports the Open Press and the Heritage widget. There's more room on WordPress, 3 gigabytes, and Blogger has 1 gigabyte. Is loaded yet. Okay, this is what the Holly Express blog looks like. So as you can see, this one looks like an actual website.
Is that through WordPress?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I think it is.
It should say in the URL. Oh, she may have purchased it.
Yeah, she purchased it. Pretty sure she did it through WordPress though.
Do you want to review that a little about purchasing your own URL through WordPress versus just having a WordPress?
Oh yeah. I haven't used my WordPress in a while. I usually use Blogger. Okay, I did get it right. Okay. So to purchase, how did I do it? I purchased WordPress URL actually.
What would be the advantages to doing that?
Well, it looks like an official website. You don't have to put the .wordpress.com, .blogger.com. It'll actually be your own .com website. I don't think I can show you on here since I already have one. It doesn't give me the option to make it. But it'll come up on the home page. It'll say, do you want to buy your own URL? And it's only like $18 a year. It's pretty cheap. Because mine's monicadell.com. So you don't have to do .wordpress.com, and it's easier for people to remember. But it should just pop up on the home screen. And I think you can do it for Blogger too. I know people who have their own blogger.com, and I'll see if maybe that'll show me. I don't know why the internet's moving so slow on this computer. No, it's okay.
What are there other advantages in terms of maybe advertising? Maybe if you have ads on there and it's your own URL versus not your own URL?
For if you're the one giving phone calls and asking businesses, yeah, it does look better because it
More
actually looks, yeah, it's more professional. It's easier to remember. It looks like you aren't linked with another, like a other organization. Because with Blogger, you're linked with Blogger. It looks like you're your own entity.
Does it matter to Google either way if you have that or no?
For getting
For
it to-
AdSense.
for no, it doesn't matter to them. Because it benefits them too if you use that.
We're holding a live chat right now, and you're being watched, of course, on Ustream. And one of our community bloggers, Bob Cummings, said the main advantage is he's aware of by purchasing your own URL, because he has done that, is that you can control the web address name and you own the content. There's some question as to who owns the content if you use a free WordPress site, he said.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That is true. No one else can use, while you have that that page, no one else can use that, so you're the only one with that website, which is cool too.
Oh, is that expensive to do?
No, it's only it's between $20 and $30 a year.
A year?
Yeah. Look up how I did that with Blogger.
Basically, you just click on something and
Thank
it's
you. Is it on the homepage? I haven't done it for Blogger. I've only done it for WordPress.
Bob said you can go to YouTube, there's a video on WordPress, it's 5 minutes to install, took him a couple of hours with a call to tech support. He says if you have no hitches, you're supposed to be able to do it in 5 minutes.
Does he know how to do it in Blogger?
Probably not, because I think he's just on WordPress.
Yeah, see, I know how to do it on WordPress too. I'm not sure how to do it on Blogger too. Okay, so it's under the settings tab. Settings.
We don't need to go through this exercise, really.
Okay, well were people interested? Well, I guess it's just under settings. You can create your own domain name from there, so.
Okay.
Okay, it's right here. It's under publishing. See how it says blog address? You go to add a custom domain. And then it'll walk you through, you just give your credit card. Check over. 1 year is $10 for Blogger. Just wanted to check that. So that's not bad, $10 a year for your own name. So So it's under settings, basic, and then it's under publishing, you put add domain name.
Okay. Bob just said that his WordPress URL started out quite inexpensive the first year, but now runs a little over $100 a year. But
Okay.
he still thinks it's a good deal, he said.
So WordPress charges like
It looks like it goes up after time.
okay. You can always get rid of it too. You don't have to, like, once you buy that domain name, you don't have to for the rest of your life buy that.
I wonder how you would transfer though all of your posts. If you decided you didn't want to pay for it anymore, would it just go back to a WordPress?
Yeah,
or
just go
everything?
back to WordPress, yep. So it would go back to the way it was before. So it would still be the same link, it would just say .wordpress.com afterwards or .blogger.com.
Okay. But you wouldn't lose all your content.
No, it would still be the same. Okay, and I'll cover the layout and template of the blog, how to insert a photo, and how to insert a hyperlink into your blog. So to go back to the okay, so to create a blog on blogger.com, you have to create a Google account. And so if you already have a Google account or a Gmail email, then you can just make a blogger.com account and you don't have to make another username or anything. So I've had people ask, I already have a Gmail account, I have to make another one, and no, you don't have to, you can just use that one. Okay, I'm gonna make a new blog. So you can see how to do it. So you just go to blogger.com, and then it says new blog right there, and you can make more than one blog underneath your username too. So I don't know, do you guys have an idea for a title of a blog?
You could do like a Community Media Lab one.
Okay, community media. And then there's different templates that you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
Communitymedialab.blogspot.com is available.
It is available?
Yeah.
Because ours is on WordPress.
Oh,
We
okay.
do have one that's on WordPress.
Okay, so now it's created, so that was easy. Now communitymedialab.blogspot.com
Or
is
if
created.
you initiate a Community Media Lab in Oakland County, well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
have
there's
the
already.
URL.
Okay, so now there's not very much on it. It just looks like. So it just looks like that, and my profile already came up on there, my Google profile. So the first thing you want to do is, so see, like, there's the orange pencil that comes up next to your name, and then there's the image that looks like two pieces of paper. You click on that to get your options to do, like, the layout. And I also put on that sheet, I put how to make a header picture. See, so this is how mine looks. And the website I gave you gives you step-by-step instructions on how to make a header. It loads. So that's what my header looks like. And I used the program that I put on there to do a header. So when you do a header, you just, you push edit here. And then you upload a picture, and then that'll come up in the header box, which I always think looks good when you have a header bar instead of just the words.
And then are you able to crop it the way you want, or does it do it automatically?
You can crop it the way you want, yeah.
once it's uploaded or before?
You have to do it before.
Okay.
Yeah, so. So you go to template, that's how you change your layout, and you can change all your colors. You go to template, and then you click on customize. And that's where you can get all your backgrounds. All this comes up under customize, like templates, background. If you just click on that image right there, it'll come up with a lot of different backgrounds you can pick for your blog. So let's do that. You can adjust the width just by moving this back and forth, which is helpful because if you put a YouTube video within your blog, sometimes it'll go off the edges of the screen. So by doing this, you can make it so everything fits.
And so you can move, like Community Media Lab, the white is kind of going through the name, so it clouds it a bit. So you can manipulate that as well.
Well, you can actually, let me see. You can make like that bigger, but you can also, for the advanced, you can change the color of the blog title and everything. So you can make that black.
Or maybe red or something.
Yeah.
There you go.
There, okay. And you can change the font. You can change what size it is, all that. You can also change what you want the post, the blog description, what you want all the tabs with that text, what color you want the page text to be, the blog title, blog description. So that's everything with layout. I think that part's the most fun, but that's just me. And then you can change around the layout. The layout bar is where you want everything to be positioned. So where you want your about me to be, if you want to add any widgets. So you can add a gadget of anything that you want. That would be under the layout tab. So let's say you want all your Google Plus followers, you can add that to the side. And then you can move it wherever you want it to be.
What would be the advantage of that? Would that call attention to your blog to your Google Plus followers?
Well, it would show you how many people are following you. So it would show you how many people are reading your blog.
Okay. So it legitimizes you.
Yeah, and then you can do a search bar too. You can put your blog stats on the side. That's AdSense. That's, if you just put that, that'll put the ads on there for you.
Okay.
And you can put the followers, search box. I like search box because then people can search through your blog by posting something. So you can see that on a lot of different websites. They have a search bar, so you can put that on there too. And then the one right under that, that's the HTML, is down here, HTML. That's how you put Heritage's widget on there. So HTML, when that pops up, you can put, that's how you can get any widget that you want on there.
Or even an ad that you sold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you do that. Is you go to the HTML JavaScript, and then you just post the HTML code that they send you. You don't have to make it up yourself. And the websites that I put on that piece of paper that has the HTML code for Heritage. And you can call me if you need me to walk you through it. Mainly, what was it again? It's widgetbox.com/heritage.
/widget/heritage.
Okay, this is what the, I'm the first one on there, on your Progressive widget.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is what the widget looks like, and that'll be posted on the side of your blog. So you just go to widgetbox.com/widget/heritage. You can, pick any color that you want for it. And then you click on Get Widget on the bottom right there. This will pop up with the embed code. Just push copy. Then you go to your blog, you click on layout, go to add a gadget, find if you want to. The 12th gadget on the list is HTML JavaScript. So then you just go paste that in, title it Heritage Newspapers, save that, and then click save arrangement. And then it'll look like and that's the way it would look on the side of your screen. And you can move it around wherever you want to.
And then if you sold ads, they would be stacked on that right side as well.
And you can change it around so you have them on each side. That's under layout as well. Or it's under the template. There's different templates you can pick that has 3 columns or 2 columns, whichever you're looking to do. Okay, now for when you want to do your blogger profile, you click on your name on the right side of the screen, and you click blogger profile, and then edit profile. And that's where you can put a picture of yourself. And it makes you do a square picture for that, so. And then there's all the information, like if you have a website, I just put the Works website, the Open Press. And you can put your interest in the introduction, the part that you write introduction on your profile, that's the part that comes up on your blog. It comes up on the side with your picture, it'll show your whole introduction on there. So that's the most important part on your profile's introduction. If you don't fill out anything else, introduction and the picture. Because those are the 2 things that show up on your actual blog. Now to make a post, just go to blogger.com, click the orange pencil that's right next to the blog name.
Bob had another comment. He said that a must for a blog is an anti-spam plugin. He uses, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Akismet,
How do you-
Akismet.
and that'll make it so.
It filters out spam comments, most of which are advertising.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never had any spam on mine, but that's interesting. Does that just work for WordPress? Did you say?
He doesn't say, but I'm guessing because that's what he uses.
Yeah, I've never had any problems on Blogger of spam comments though. Okay, so when you go to create a post, which is the orange button with the pencil, you put a title in this bar. So and then you type your blog post in here. I know that one problem that a lot of people have said they've had is they'll copy and paste something from a different website into here, and it'll change the whole formatting of their blog. So if you have either text edit, that's what most computers have, either text edit or memo pad. That's the Microsoft version, right? Memo pad. And so you just type in all your text in there. That's what I found is the easiest because it gets rid of all the formatting of other websites. And then you copy and paste it in here. And that's only if you're pasting from another website because it'll copy all the formatting. So if you copy and paste like a header, it'll come up huge in your blog post. So if you don't want to do that, you can either go to memo pad or text edit and put it in there, or you can go to the HTML. There's compose in HTML. In HTML, it just goes directly, it does plain text and everything, and that shows all the coding and everything, which is probably will give you a headache, but that's how, so see if I copy, see this headline, see how it comes up with that kind of, it
Really
comes
large.
ahead, yeah, so if you don't wanna do that, you can go under HTML and post it in there, and now it's just right normal. And after you are done with your whole entry, you have to type it all out first, and then you can add a picture. So if you just go under Google, search for an image, or if you want to post a picture from Heritage, or just put, there's a way to put a caption under it so you can give credit to whoever you got the image from. So say, I'm just doing Media Lab.
Those are all our picks. A lot of them.
So I guess is this like the only community media lab that exists? That's pretty cool.
Are really good with SEO.
Yeah. So you can just right click on the picture and copy image URL for the picture you want to use. And then you click, it's right next to the link. It looks like a little picture. And that's how you insert an image. And then you can either upload it from your computer or from a URL. So if you just paste that URL link in there, it'll load. And then you can move it, if you just click on it and drag it, it'll move it to wherever you want on the page.
How worried do bloggers have to be about sort of rights to images?
Well, usually, I mean, you want to worry about it because you don't want to like have copyright issues. But usually, like we'll have people put pictures to our content or from AP images and have them just put like AP image on it.
Just credit them and you should be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, or Getty's images. I'll use that on my blog sometimes. But see for here, I'll just put Heritage. But yeah, worry about copyrights. Putting images that are copyrighted isn't good, but you can use pictures from Heritage if you give credit to Heritage underneath. When you click on it, it gives you that option to put a caption. And under the caption, you can give that photo credit to wherever you got it from. You can also make the picture, when you click on it, you can make it larger. But you want to make sure that you write your blog post before you put the image in, because then you can't go around it. So you have to write the blog entry first and then put it in, and then it'll format all your text to go around the image. So let me get some article. Let's just use. Yeah, I'll use this as an example. I'll insert this image again. See, now all the text will go around it. And then how you make a link from an actual word, instead of putting in a whole entire link, you can make one word actually clickable. So let's say you're talking about a community and you want to link that community name to the community's website. So for Holly Township, hollytownship.org is their website. So you can just copy that link. And then go to your blog post and find, see, it says Holly. You just highlight the word that you want to turn into a link. Click up here where it says link. And then you will paste the web address in there. And now that word, you can actually click on that word and it'll bring you to hollytownship.org. And that can be really long, because you know how when you go to a website it can be really, really long, and so you can just make it one word that's clickable. You can also insert a video by clicking the insert video. It looks kind of like one of the director things. Oops. And you can upload it, get it straight from YouTube. And then you just put the link to the YouTube video and it'll come up there. So say.
You can also just embed the video, right? You can embed the YouTube video right
Yeah,
in.
you can embed it too. But if you don't want to deal with coding, you can just get it straight from YouTube.
But YouTube provides embed code too, right? So it's just a cut and paste.
Yeah, yeah. So. Okay, let's say I want to use this YouTube video, how to make a domain name. So you can, there's other ways that you can do it. You can either copy the actual website.
Back in the day, people found you using these.
actually you can search straight from there. You can search the YouTube videos. So that's interesting. I never knew that.
Bob has a note about copyright. He says, picture copyright issues can be a little involved. For pictures, I use an annual paid subscription with Glow Images, and I get 5 pictures a day. And he can't remember the annual limit, but it's much higher than he'll ever need. Then in the caption under a posted picture, he needs to give attribution to @GlowImages and include model used for illustrative purposes, if applicable with a person in the picture.
What's the website he uses?
Glow Images.
Glow Images.
All one word.
Okay. So this is the video that came up.
So you just embedded the video then in this
Yeah.
example, right?
Well, I just went to the video thing, and you can search straight from YouTube on there, or you can embed it by going into the HTML. See, that's what embedding looks like. It's kind of so. Then you can just let's say you're on YouTube or on you want to embed one of the videos from Heritage newspapers. So I'll show you how to do that one. Comes up faster. And you guys do you have your videos running on the side of Heritage?
We have them kind of down below in the middle, and then there's also a button at the top.
Okay.
Video. Yeah. Basically, yeah, you just go to the video area, and then there's like a little share button. You click on share, and they'll provide. Do you want a link or a or an embed code?
Yeah. So that's so then you
Link
just
it up.
you'll just paste the embed code into the HTML part wherever you want it to go. That ever comes up. Okay.
It
think
takes our
that's-
site a while to load.
Huh?
It takes our website.
I
a
know
while
it
to
does
load.
ours too. I think that's everything with creating. Did anybody have any questions of creating a blogger.com blog?
Are you familiar with Tumblr? I've heard that that's a better blogging platform if you're more sort of visually oriented. So if, let's say you're a photographer, like Tumblr is a good site to post your photos and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's more for posting pictures or sharing what other people wrote. That's an easier way to just click that you want to share someone else's blog post or their pictures too. I know people who have that. I mean, there's not very many bloggers with the newspaper that have Tumblrs.
Okay.
I noticed that most people have a blogger. Tumblr is more, I feel like I've seen more people like for recreational, just for themselves so they can see images, kind of like Pinterest. How you can just pin an image to your Pinterest. Everyone I know who has a Tumblr is more do it for personal use or so they can remember where they saw another blog post and post it to theirs.
So it's like aggregation and photos.
Yeah, less so with posting your own blog posts. And was there any other questions for making a blogger, or was that everything?
Did you have any questions about? Could you answer a WordPress question, or are you
Yeah.
that familiar?
Yeah, I tried to put a picture on Wordpress, and it came up that it on the site, on my administrative site, that it was there, but it's not on the actual site.
Oh, like if the picture didn't actually show up, even though it said it showed up?
Yeah.
Huh, let's see.
Did you hit update? Like, had the post been created already, and maybe you didn't hit?
I hit the update,
And that-
and it said, oh yeah, it's there, but then it didn't,
Could it be that the image was too small or not the right format?
It could, I mean, you need JPEG, was it .jpg?
I think it was.
Yeah, 'cause I know
Maybe
that you
not.
need
I'll
to
have to
do
look
that.
and see,
And then, yeah, you have to,
cause it went to
publish.
Facebook without any problem.
Mhm. And you have to make sure to click publish afterwards too.
Okay.
I'd accidentally pushed save draft, so you could have clicked save draft instead,
Okay,
thinking you pressed publish, cause you have to
Okay.
press publish.
yeah, I'll have to go back and check it.
And we can help you here too.
Mhm. Yeah, so if afterwards you wanna look at it,
Yeah, we can just hop on one of those.
Yeah, yeah, to see if it came up.
yeah. And then here's to how to increase traffic on your blog. So you have to determine who your audience would be. If you have a specific topic, you have to look at who would be interested in what you're going to write about. Like for mine is suicide awareness, so I've gone to different suicide awareness groups and people who suffer from depression, and I'll look on Facebook or Twitter and look up these groups that are interested in this, and then I'll post my blog entry, I'll post it to their actual Facebook page, and whenever I do that, I get a lot more hits on it. So I will post, every time I write a blog post, I'll post a link to every Facebook group that has to do with what my blog is about. And then, so when you do that, it'll just write, you don't have to like their page or anything. So everybody should create a Facebook page. I would recommend that if you don't already have one. So you would look up groups, and it has a bar that says write something. You would put a little description of your blog post, post the link to your blog, and then that's how I've always gotten my traffic up, because then people who are interested in that topic will see that come up on different pages. And you can post it on the Heritage's Facebook page or other media organizations. You can post it on their page too, and then people who are on that page can look at it, and it'll come up on the right bar of a page on Facebook. It'll come up with other people's comments. So for me, that's how I've gotten more comments and more people looking at it than I normally would.
So what was the process again? You said you didn't go to the actual page, or you do go to the actual Facebook page? for
I'll
the
go to the
groups?
actual page, but you don't have to like them,
Okay.
because I know if you like everything, it kind of bogs down.
Yeah, because I always end up liking them and then posting. So you're saying you don't have to like
No,
them?
you don't have to like them.
Okay.
I'll go to I post all my stuff to Common Ground.
What is that?
It's like a suicide awareness nonprofit organization.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I post my stuff. And see if you can see, like, that's where I posted my post is right here.
So you just went to the left where it says write something, and then you shared it, and then it
Mhm.
ended up going on the right side.
And it ends up going up over there so people can view it. And I know that really increases my traffic a lot. One post I really posted on a lot of different Facebook pages and actually got like 700 views for that one when I normally get about 30. So it really helps. And then you just have to push write something, and you don't have, well, I like this one, but if I unlike it, this bar still comes up. The write something bar, and you can
Mhm.
still do it even if you don't like them.
Okay.
Which is nice, so then you don't have to like everything. And I would encourage you to post it onto newspaper websites, because then we'll know about it. We can help you share it. If you post it on like the Open Presses or Heritage's Facebook page, if we see it, we can actually help you promote it, because we don't actually go through the blogs all the time and see who updated their blog, but with that we'll actually know you updated your blog. And then SEO, that means search engine optimization. That's so that Google and other search engines will recognize your posts, and that people who are searching for what your blog post is about will actually be able to find it. Ways that you can do that is put your the keywords of a blog post in the title. Cause that's, the things that are searched most, that's how it gets into the search engine, is through what you put in your title. You don't wanna put some cute title of, you should check this out, or something like that. You wanna actually put what your blog post is about, use keywords. And the, keywords that are closer to the front of your title will also be the ones that are in the search engine, so closer to the front of your title. Words that, search engines also picks up are words that you link to. So when I showed you, words that you make into links, search engines also pick up those words. And they'll also pick up, the words that you save your images. So if you save your image, as a certain word, it'll pick that up too and make it so your image is searchable.
Okay, so it's important to name that image rather than IMGO95.
Yeah, if you want it to be searchable,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, it'll be easier to search it. There are research tools such as Wordtracker.com, and you can search different topics, and it'll show you actually how many people searched that within like a certain time period. So if you want to see like how many people searched chocolate, it'll show you actually how many people went to Google and searched the word chocolate. And you can go under like Google blog search, and you can see other blogs that are written about your topic. So maybe you could write to them and tell them about your blog, or then you'll know who to comment to, who to add. So Google blog search, that's a way to search other blogs. If you visit Google News and Google Trends, then you can see what's going on that day, what are popular topics.
Bob had a question back to your Common Ground Facebook post. He
Mhm.
says, Monica, what do you post on Common Ground? Are you entering a short comment with a link to your post?
Yes, I'm still on it, so that's good. So like here's an example of one. I wrote a blog post of tips for what someone should do after they attempt suicide. So I put in a little description of tips for what to do when a loved one returns from the hospital after attempting suicide, so people know what your blog post is actually about. That's important. Don't just put a link or nobody will want to click on it. Or you could post a question like, have you ever dealt with someone who has attempted suicide, or whatever your blog post is about. Then you'll have to be more likely to have people actually comment on it if you ask a question. Yeah, that's everything.
So you were recommending Google blog search, Google News, and Google Trends to help with SEO?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And see what's popular now, because all the Google News is the most recent news. And also it helps if you want ideas for blog posts.
Okay.
So let's say, to get the news, you go on google.com, and it has a news tab right there. It also has a tab, blogger tab.
Mm-hmm.
So if you click on blogger, that brings me to blogger. The website to search blog posts. Okay, it's google.com/blog search. That's how you can search blogs in Google. It says Google Blogs. So that's how you can search topics that are of interest to you. You can see what other people are doing with their blogs about your topic. And then for news, if if you just search a topic with the news, I don't know what some of your ideas are for blogs. Can somebody tell me what they wanna write about? I don't know, what was it that you said?
I write about, pretty much social injustices that I see, like people who, public officials who will not follow Open Meetings Act. I've done that.
So maybe Google violation of Open Meetings Act or something?
Yeah, you could Google that and
Yeah.
so if you go under news, it'll come up with actual news items.
Mhm. Well, somebody's getting right now, looks like, 4 days ago.
Yeah, Charlevoix.
Yeah.
That's interesting that it's actually in Michigan.
Yeah.
So
Michigan
that's
has a real problem
Uh-huh.
because the courts will not, do anything about it.
Is it just in Michigan?
Well, Michigan's supposed to be really pro Open Meetings Act, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
The judges tell the small towns, or small governments, their whole thing is, oh, well, they're just part-time people running it, and, oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I know personally, because I was in a lawsuit for that.
Oh no. So you know firsthand.
Yes, I know firsthand. So, in my opinion of people who violate the Open Meetings Act is that they're slapping, anybody whose family has sacrificed people through the service. Slapping them in the face because those people are fighting, for our right, our freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you got, officials who are in government that absolutely thumb their nose at it.
We see a lot of government entities using the executive privilege, stay on your closed session, because it deals with someone's personal things, and for them, personal can be the person's salary.
But they can't do that.
You see it in papers.
I know, but they're not supposed to.
Executive sessions.
I know, but they hide behind that, and it's just not right, so, that's one of my complaints. But yeah, that's good, here's the case right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really good idea for a blog. So it really does help, I think, to go under the Google News, because you could write a whole blog post about that. And what I usually do is, when I'm talking about an actual article, I'll like summarize the article, I'll put my opinion about the article, and then at the end I'll copy the headline to the article and say read original article, and then put the whole headline and then link to it, so you're giving them their credit.
That's kind of what the Ann Arbor News did with my article.
Yeah, it's
The
they're
brand.
aggregating content.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so just copy the whole headline, and then that'll make that whole headline searchable too within your blog post, instead of like never put click here and then make here
Yes, yeah.
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
because then
yeah.
here you won't be able to search it. So that gives you all these words people could search for and find your blog, because you need it.
I'll definitely have to read that.
Yeah. That's interesting. It came up Michigan too.
Yeah.
Bob recommends Twitter as well. Go to
Mhm.
twitter.com, select different geographical levels, and it says also show what topics and words are trending locally or more broadly.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then it says, thank you, Monica, very nice presentation and helpful.
Yeah, so if everybody wants, if you don't have a Twitter, I'd recommend that too. And then if you put a hashtag, like the number symbol, it'll make whatever word that you put next to that hashtag, make that clickable. So anybody who clicks that word will come up with everybody who's ever put hashtag that word. So then your Twitter, your post will come up under there. So it's the hashtag symbols what makes words clickable. So say you want to put hashtag injustice, everybody who clicks on injustice will see your post come up there. And then if you put the @ symbol, and then someone else's screen name, then that'll send them a notification that you wrote a tweet. So if you put, what's the heritage,
We have several, but Heritage News is our sort of all-encompassing one.
Okay, so if you put @ Heritage News after you post your blog post, then it'll go directly to Heritage News. And then the editor at Heritage News will see that, and then they can retweet, or so that'll be like, there's a retweet button where they can just put your tweet about your blog, they'll know that they could do that.
Right,
theirs.
or respond, like,
Or
great
respond.
post.
Yeah.
something like that.
So I would encourage that, put whoever you're blogging for, put, @ Heritage News after every tweet you do about that, then it'll go straight to them. And they can respond, great posts, or retweet it so everybody else can see it as well. And I've noticed that more businesses will use Twitter. So that's always helpful to get businesses to retweet you. I've gotten that a couple times. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Could you walk us through the thing? I'd really like to, let's say I'm writing something, let's say it is on suicide or something. Public Relations Society published an ethical document recently. So I'm gonna put that in my blog.
Okay.
But now I'm gonna go to Common Ground's Facebook page. And I'm gonna, where it says write something, I'm gonna put, just found this, informative article from PRSA. And I want it to reference my blog, so that I could put that, not link, there was another word that you used, so that they could quickly go to my blog.
Oh, like so you want to link to your blog or to
Yeah.
the other
No,
website?
to mine.
Okay,
How did you get the link?
oh, those short
I thought it
ones?
said, yeah, tiny URL.
Oh, you go to, it's bit.ly.
And Bitly's nice because it'll give you statistics too. It'll tell you how many people clicked on it.
And, so you can make a screen name for Bitly, so you post your whole big, URL in there, and it'll make it into a Bitly.
So you go there first, you make it into a Bitly, and then you just post a little Bitly.
And it'll make it shorter. And when I always do, whenever I post my blogs, I'll put like the link to the actual like one blog entry instead of my entire blog, so then I can keep track of how many people viewed each entry. Let me see how you. So in order to do that, you would go to your regular blog, and then see how you can actually click on. That was when I accidentally searched. I wrote that about I accidentally searched suicide attempt on Google, and all these images showed up that weren't very pleasant, and so so that's what I wrote about with that. It was really so. If you just go on your blog, and each title is clickable. So say you want to share just this one.
So
So
you click on the title.
click on the title, yeah. And then it'll give you a link just for that one blog post.
And that's the link that showed up the top.
Yeah, so then if you go under Bitly, you paste it, see right here, it says paste a link to shorten it. And you click shorten. You'll see how long that link is, so when you push shorten. Usually it doesn't take this long if you do it at home.
Well, I don't know.
Depending. You can do it without creating an account too, but if you create an account, you can actually see how many people click on that link.
And is that free?
Yep, it's free.
Wow.
And you can also customize the link. So let's say you want bit.ly.com/ And justice reporting, you could turn it into a link if no one else just used it too. And it's not gonna load, but I promise it works. Okay, right there.
I get it, no, it's-
Yeah, okay.
Just go back to my heading, click that, copy the entire long thing,
Uh-huh.
put a bit you put in showing it, and then use that item.
Yeah, you can do either way. You don't have to do that, but it does make it into a little
Mm-hmm.
thing instead. And here I'll also show you how you can look up stats to your blog, so you can actually see how many people viewed it.
You can remember all your different passwords.
I know.
That's the biggest problem.
I know. That's what my problem is. I think I got it. Yeah. Okay. So underneath the title to your blog, it'll say how many page views you've gotten. And you can also click on see where it says has those two icon. That icon looks like two pieces of paper. If you go to that, you'll go to your post list. And when it loads, it'll show every post that you've ever done, and right next to it, it'll show how many people actually clicked on that actual post. Which I think is interesting. I like to keep track of that to see how many people actually looked at it. So that's why it's helpful to actually post that link, the one of just that blog entry, because then you can see how many people clicked on each one instead of your blog as a whole. Okay, so see right here, that's how many people clicked on that link.
There's one with 170,
Hmm.
700.
I know, I was proud of this one, 760, I was proud of that.
Oh, I get excited if I get comments.
I know, yeah. And then on the side here, there's stats too. That you can see how many page views you got for your website every day, for each day.
Yeah, is this through the WordPress one or through the,
This one's
Blogger.
through Blogger. I'm sure there's a way to do it on WordPress too.
I'm so new to all of this stuff.
Did you just start your WordPress?
The last few months.
Mm-hmm.
I helped her set it up.
Oh, there's a tab for WordPress, right? For stats.
On the dashboard.
Two of them from Rare.
Okay, yeah, stats
Okay,
right there.
stats, okay.
Yeah.
This one probably won't have very many, but well, it does when it loads.
Bob said WordPress has a Google Analytics plugin. You have to have a free Gmail account, Gmail email account to connect to it.
Oh, so WordPress runs through Gmail too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
No,
no.
I didn't think so.
you can use either their in-house
Right.
stats or you can use Google Ads. But I think their WordPress stats are fine.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah, their details with you. And then this also shows, like what sources have linked to you. Like Facebook has linked to me, I guess. And it'll show, what areas have viewed, your blog. I had 230 page views from the United States, 15 from Canada. Like it'll go through and say what each country people have viewed it. Page views by operating systems, what browsers people have used. It shows a lot of different things.
There's a blog right there.
So question, with all this stuff going on, and maybe it's not even an issue, but copyright issues, do the blogs belong to you, belong to the newspaper, is it public domain? If somebody wants to use what you've written, is there an issue there, or is that way out of line here?
Well, I don't know, how do you work it with the newspaper if it's linked to the heritage newspapers? Does it belong to still the person who writes it and not
Yeah.
to?
Belongs to
Whether you use it or not in the paper, whatever?
Right, like I said, we would seek your permission first before we repurpose it in print. But yeah, you own it, we don't edit it, we don't have anything to do with it. That way, if you've done anything wrong, we're not connected to it, and, you know.
And with Blogger, it does have a Blogger copyright at the bottom, so it is still copyrighted under Blogger. But people would, I mean, it still has a copyright underneath it, just like if someone shared something on Facebook, it's kind of the same thing. I'm not really sure. Do you know more about that with copyright of Blogger? Like if they don't, don't think they own people's.
Probably have to look under the agreement, whatever you agree to.
Yeah.
I'm not real familiar with it.
But I know if you buy a domain name, which is only $10 a year, then it belongs to you. So, but yeah, I mean, it's still under Blogger, it still has Blogger copyright at the bottom, so it is still Bloggers, but I've never seen them use someone's blog without their permission, because it still has your name on it, it's still your blog spot address. And Heritage won't just use it either, so it does belong to you. Let's see if there's any, there's a Blogger search. That was a good question. Sorry, I'm trying to find it out for you, what the answer is.
Copyright. It is our policy to respond
To clear, it's our responsibility to respond to clear notices of alleged copyright infringement. Yeah, that's just about you using someone else's copyright, so they have the authority to take that off of your blog for you. Or they can take down the picture for you if you, have copyright infringement, you posted a picture that shouldn't be there, they'll actually take it off for you. Or and I think it's actually, they'll have a box that says, copyright, like this image isn't supposed to be here, it'll have a box if you post something that you shouldn't. So they actually can go into your blog and take off images.
Bob also suggests, he says, you can also Google search the title of each of your blog posts in quotes, and you'll see how it's been picked up by newspaper sites, aggregator sites, tweets, and Twitter.
Oh, that's interesting. So let me see, let me try that. This one I just posted 2 days ago, so. Oh, it's not the first one. So it shows that it actually does, are picked up by Google.
So we have a SEO friendly headline and some links in there that help you
Mhm.
out.
Yeah. Oh, and it actually linked to, I posted on the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, their Facebook page. It actually showed that I posted to their Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So posting those pages really does make a difference.
Yeah, it does. I just started doing that. It really did help. That's how I got the 700 views on that one page.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows, it shows that under the oaklandpress.com/blogs, it shows that too. I know I actually wrote about a kid who lost his life to suicide named Shane Hershuk. Oops. And I know if you search that, his name, because not very many, if you write about something that not very many people have written about, it's more likely to show up. See, mine's number 3. If you search his name. And I actually had someone call me. They wrote a book about bullying. Guy wrote a book about bullying, called me on my phone and said, I saw your blog post about him. I was searching his name and I came across your blog. So if you write about something not very many people write about, you're more likely to be searched for when someone actually searches that term. So since not very many people wrote about him, my blog came up as number 3. That even came up before my article I wrote for the newspaper about him, so.
Oh wow, I
Just
wonder why that
interesting.
is.
Yeah, I don't know, probably because it's run by Google. Google always favors itself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And that also happens if you have a Google account, you can create a Google Plus account. And I've noticed that even if you don't have as many people following you on Google Plus as you do on Facebook or something, it'll link to that first
Now,
because it's run by Google.
I've just got through Google Plus, somebody, they linked me with somebody who's looking for a writer.
On Google Plus?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
yeah, and, it was for, writing book reviews for Amazon.com, so this guy does book reviews.
Awesome. And they found you through that.
Yeah, so I just sent him a reply back with, what's involved, see what it is, because I'm a little suspicious.
Yeah, but for Amazon, that'd be awesome. So I would encourage to make a Google Plus profile too. Not as many people have a Google Plus account, but it is more easily searchable. I know there already is like a famous Monica Drake. She writes for New York Times, so I know if you search me, it won't come up. But let me see. I'll search Karen Workman, who worked for us, because her name always comes up.
I have a LinkedIn account too.
Oh, it doesn't come. No, it didn't show up. But I know. Let's see. Like if I look up Britney Spears, for instance. Should come up. Usually it does. In her Google Plus account, usually comes up right here, and not her. Even though she has more followers on Facebook, the Google Plus account comes up first.
I'll be surprised if anything shows up for me.
Huh?
Eagles.
Let me see. I'll look. What's your name again?
Marion, Marion,
M-A-R-I-O-N.
Dupuis. It'll probably show the famous. Oh,
Is that you?
what's it? See what it says. I'll tell you that's in there.
Oh, no, that's not you.
That's not me, that's the other one, that's the one from France.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you have a famous one, it'll come before you.
Well,
That's-
yeah,
that's me.
right. That particular person is a biophysicist, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's got titles all over.
Yeah, there's Monica Drake who works for the New York Times, so he comes up before I do. Yeah, that's everything. I don't. Did anybody else have any other questions?
That's it, nothing from online.
Okay.
Thank you, this is.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really great.
I hope that was. I was nervous though.
It's excellent.
I did a good job.
And I have my contact information, so if ever you need any help, you can give me a call.
And feel free to reach out to Erica, we're always looking to add community bloggers to our website, so.
I know, I saw your thing in the paper.
And this is what it will come up as too. It'll be under heritage.com/blogs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bob Cummings, he's a community blogger, yeah.
Maybe it all should come up when everybody's getting ready to leave it. It's not coming up. Hold on. So you can see what it actually will look like when you're on there.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this is, you'll be on, if you decide to make a blog, you'll be on this page.
Oh, cool.
So you'll come up, your picture will come up, and the title of your blog, and all your latest entries will pop up as well. So that's why we need like a picture with it, so your image will come up there.
And we currently have about, what, 60 community bloggers?
60, I'm doing the report right now, 65.
65, yeah. And the goal is, I think Glenn said yesterday, 100?
Tell me that.
Yeah. So,
And you're looking for more newsy than opinion?
anything really,
Could be
yeah,
opinion.
could be anything. Mhm.
Signed up.
No, you're both from the west, so that would be like the reporter, the same reporter and stuff, or does it matter?
It would be everything in Washington, and including Colorado.
Yeah, there's 8 publications total.
But I mean,
It's things I've written end up in a courier in the past, so should I go to Austin Smith on the east, or